The potential is really seems to be endless at the moment, and definitely is going to have a potential for some super hardcore routes like 9C, 9C plus, or even 10A. 10As are not going to be for me ever, but I'm pretty sure you can find.
If there wasn't the Olympics, it's quite possible that I would not be competing anymore.
Hello, welcome to Climbing Daily, and welcome Adam Ondra. Thank you so much for joining me today. Adam, first of all, where are you in the world and what have you been up to?
Well, I'm in Arco, or more precisely Riva del Garda, climbing here in Italy. We are actually staying here for quite a lot of time in winter. We are renting a small flat and just trying to stay here as much as possible, because in the surrounding there is just so much climbing to be done, and like new crags are popping up almost every month.
I was going to ask you because like Arco's suddenly become this like hotbed. You've got Stefano obviously lives there. He's putting up a lot of routes. He's got his basement training area. Why is Arco just suddenly out of nowhere seems to be exploding really?
I don't know. I think it's been for a while since I've known that there is a lot of potential. Let's say I was used to go here as a kid, be visiting all these like classic areas like Masona and Nago. Then at a certain point, I thought like, no, there is no more potential. But there's just so many hidden small crags. Like there's never like a crag with hundreds of routes. But that's what actually makes it really exciting, is diversity of the climbing. Like within half an hour driving distance from the flat where we live, you get to climb on so many different crags in so many different styles. And that's why I think I really see part of my future here in Arco, because the potential is really seems to be endless at the moment, and definitely is going to have a potential for some super hardcore routes like 9C, 9C plus, or even 10A. 10As are not going to be for me ever, but I'm pretty sure you can find climbing like this around here.
Oh, dude, well, there you go. It's going to be the next hub for hard climbing. I wanted to chat to you about grades a little bit, because there's been this whole just whirlwind of people climbing routes really quickly, downgrading stuff. And there's been a lot of chat about how difficult it is to grade shorter routes with boulder problems in them. And I know especially that you chatted about this, because there was that route you did the other day with the 8C plus boulder problem. And everyone's like, how can it only be 9A plus if there's that hard a boulder problem? Can you tell us a bit about the kind of grading difficulty with those short routes?
I would say the easiest is to grade long routes, because there's more factors you just put into the consideration. Then short boulder problems, those are maybe the hardest. And short routes with hard boulder problems in them are some way like halfway. So in my point of view, if the route is that short that you could actually turn it into a boulder problem, there should be 3 grade difference. So if there is like a 10 move 9B, then in my point of view, it should be an 8C plus boulder problem. That's the way I see it.
Okay. Do you think there should be a different grading scale that we come up with, saying it's like a S for short route or something? Or do you think it's okay with the methods we've got currently?
No, I would just keep it like that. Still, I think feeling wise, you still have a harness, you still have the rope. Sometimes you still have to make a clip. It makes the experience a little bit different. And on the other hand, if there is a long boulder problem that's like 20 moves, should it actually have a grade, like a sport climbing grade, or still keep the bouldering grade? I would just keep it simple, and as long as you don't have a harness, it's a boulder problem. As long as you have a harness, it's a route.
Adam, congratulations with your YouTube channel. It's gone from strength to strength, and so many people I know are just saying like they love watching you. I'm kind of a YouTuber with Climbing Daily. I know what it's like. It's a bit of a grind, you have to be continuously innovating, producing content. Has it been a bit of a change for you in the way you approach your life, really, with the growth of your YouTube channel?
Yeah, I would say like 2 years ago we started. It was an experiment. I need to find out like what fits me the best. I think now the frequency of the videos is a little bit lower, and we found the good balance that is not really influencing my life too much, and it's still like keeping it fun and still delivering some good climbing footage to the viewers, to the fans.
And Magnus Midtbo, I saw the collaboration you did with him. You know, he's someone who's sort of almost transcended climbing at the moment. He's on a different plane of YouTube. What was it like filming with him and being part of his world?
It was great. I mean, I've known Magnus for a long time. So for me, it's always great if somebody from foreign country comes to my place and I can show you, what I'm proud about and all the places where I started climbing, and sharing it with him, even for his YouTube channel, was great. I mean, so much fun.
Adam, your film Pushing the Limits is coming out soon on YouTube. Tell me a bit about that, because that seems like a really exciting project.
So there are two. The first, that was our production from my team, from my crew, and that's already on YouTube. It's called Beyond Focus. And then there is another one, not made by my crew, which is just being edited, and it will come out hopefully into the cinemas this spring. And that's called Pushing the Limits.
Adam, you talk a lot about the fact that the Olympics was a huge motivator for you, that it was driving you, and that perhaps you wouldn't be competing if that hadn't been there. The Olympics have gone. There's another Olympics coming up. Is that still a motivation for you? I'm asking you in a sneaky way whether Paris is something you're considering.
Yeah, absolutely. Paris is something that I'm aiming for. But let's say maybe, changing my approach a little bit and maybe not sacrificing 100% the way I did for Tokyo. I would say my preparation, my sacrification for Tokyo would be just fine and healthy if the Olympics hadn't been postponed. But the 1 year postponement just put so much more pressure on me, because I wasn't really able to tell there's 1 more year extra. So I'm just going to be rock climbing for another 9 months. And then, just in a few months, I will prepare for the Olympics. But with the all really complicated format, it was really hard to decide, what to focus on, whether to completely skip speed climbing training. For now, as the format for the lead and boulder combined in Paris, it's just easier to really decide what really is going to work and what is crucial for me to be in the top shape in Paris.
So we're not going to see you speed climbing anytime soon?
No. That personal best in Tokyo, that was my last time I speed climbed ever.
You're married and you're going to be a dad very, very soon. Every single one of my friends who has kids has stopped climbing. Does it worry you that your life and your climbing is going to change with this huge new part of your life?
For sure, it's going to change, as I think I will definitely travel less, as I would definitely like to travel partly with a family, maybe from time to time making short trip alone. But I think I see a future in a way that it's going to be definitely sustainable to keep climbing on the highest limit, preparing myself for the competitions, and just to find the balance. I think the family is going to actually help me to create a little bit of distraction and just not to think about climbing 24/7, and maybe decreasing the pressure a little bit. And as I really see myself in the future, just really going between home and Arco, once you have the two bases for the family here and the Czech Republic, it's going to be pretty easy to keep up training and keep up climbing the way I would like to.
You're going to be one of those dads in Fontainebleau when you bring the hammock and the baby stuff and you get the kid in the sand and you're doing 8Cs in the background. I can't wait to see it. We're coming into a new season for the IFSC. That's about to start soon. At the moment, where are your focuses lying as we're count down the last couple of months to that? Are you more on comp? Or are you still interested in outdoor rock climbing more at the moment?
This year, I definitely see myself of just climbing as much as possible on the rock. I will do maybe 1 or 2 comps. I'll probably do European Championships. I will probably do 1 or 2 Lead World Cups, but that's pretty much it for me this season. I definitely feel like I need some mental break from the comp climbing and even from the climbing in the gym. So I'll still train partly in the gym, but mostly for the goals that I have outdoors.
Well, Adam, look, as always, wonderful to talk to you. You're continuously an inspiration for everyone watching. The Olympics was special. Us all watching that and seeing those margins, how close it was. It was dramatic. So, thank you for everything you always continue to do, and we look forward to watching you and what you do in the future. Thank you.
Thank you.